Alright, welcome ladies and gents. The Flash completely changed the ending, apparently. So all of the cameos that appeared at the end of The Flash, done. This is them, I guess, retooling it for DCU, but also not. So this is interesting for a few reasons, because if this is true, it establishes that Ezra Miller can indeed continue on in the DCU. And, allegedly, some of the cameos being removed, it's indicative of them being done permanently. So, bit of ASMR sighing going on. We'll dive into this today. If you're new here, do hit subscribe, turn those bell notifications on, interact with the video, give it a like, all that good stuff. Why? Because YouTube is weirdly pigeonholing the channel. People haven't received notifications for months, so it's very frustrating for me creating content that I know you guys enjoy and you guys not getting notified. It's a bloody big old bumhole. So interact with the video if you can. Side note as well, check out the link in the description box to Mr. H Reviews live archives. It's the second channel where all the best bits and clips and highlights of the Hcast live stream goes up there. So ladies and gents, another ASMR sigh. Let's take a look at this, shall we? Right, so this comes to us courtesy of Grace Randolph, who has been right on the new DC Universe slate, right? She is right on those things. So we can take this with an air of legitimacy because of that. The track record on the new DC slate has been pretty accurate. I will say, in terms of the other elements of this, is that, you know, this is a good move to, because this is the last movie in the DC slate, the old DC slate, it makes sense that they're going to be wrapping it up. So again, another air of legitimacy to these comments, basically. So let's take a look at this, right? So The Flash originally ended with Barry Allen returning to his own timeline, only to discover that Michael Keaton's Batman and Sasha Calle, Supergirl, were now part of his world. And that explains how the former was going to return in Batgirl, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, Batman Beyond. Not to mention an eventual Crisis on Infinite Earths movie. That was what they were setting up. It makes sense. Fine. Cool. However, Keaton now looks set to be a one and done as his original big screen Batman, because DC Studios is moving obviously from DCEU to DCU, and that's why essentially his role was cut from Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Allegedly. We don't know, but allegedly. Now, as a result, those original plans have gone out the window. Grace Randolph recently claimed that Keaton, Sasha Calle, and all the big teasers added last year, including Henry Cavill's Superman cameo, have now been scrapped. So, I will say this, at least they all got paid. At least there's that. But it does make sense, right? This makes logical sense. Now, the decision was made by James Gunn and Peter Safran, and arguably makes sense with a reboot on the horizon. Of course, like obviously it makes sense. Of course this makes so much sense. Now, apparently because the Flash has mastered the ability to travel through the multiverse, it's said that the Scarlet Speedster will cross paths with a character from the past, and loads of people are speculating that it's going to be Christian Bale's Batman. Or CG Christopher Reeves as Superman. I doubt that. More probably Christian Bale Batman, I would imagine. Just to say, hey, this is different individuals. So it's not just Grace Randolph. It's also the Rap's Humberto Gonzalez who confirmed this as well. So Space Dude said truth or false yet again, and Humberto was like true actually. So let's just take a look. I know, sorry, I'm going to have to subject you to Grace Randolph's voice, but let's just listen to what she says at the very.
Tell you a little bit of Flash tea. I found out. Now let me tell you a little bit of Flash tea. Just found out, that in The Flash, they've stripped out, James Gunn has instructed them to strip out all of the teases at the end of the movie. Henry Cavill's been taken out. Gal Gadot's been taken out. Sasha Calle has been taken out. So that's why I think they're going with a different Supergirl. It's just going to be Barry just runs between the universe, the multiverse, and everything's going to stay in the movie. I also heard that Michael Keaton was taken out at the end as well. So they're all out. It's just going to be Ezra Miller comes back to some other reality. So Ezra Miller is truly the Flash wild card that he is in the comics, and he can go wherever he wants. But they're not going to keep anything from that movie, at least in the main universe. It's just been all the promises of that ending have been stripped out. I heard that they are filming a special cameo with a character from a long time ago in the DC world, so I think that's going to emphasize that Barry can go wherever he wants. But that's a really, really big deal. And I do believe, because of that, Sasha Calle is not the Supergirl that they're discussing here. Because there is a Supergirl movie that they're making, which we're going to talk about.
So, there you have it. There you have it. Ezra Miller. I sincerely hope he's not the Flash moving forwards. But it does seemingly establish that. They could just be doing this as a way just to round out the movie itself. And just get it done. One and done. He's done. It's done. But it does sound like they're leaving it open-ended for him to return. Which... oh, goodness me. Very disappointing. This is an individual that... he's just not a particularly great actor anyway. I don't think so. I know it's subjective, and I know people think he is good. This is my channel, my opinion. I don't think he's a very good actor, and I think... I just don't like him as the Flash either. I think he's a terrible Flash. But there you have it, ladies and gents. Sorry about the Jasper... cameo there. I could tell you about exactly that interaction at my door, but some people are definitely not that interested in that. But it was funny. It was a politician, and boy howdy, the door got closed in that guy's face quite quickly. He was very rude. So anyway, sorry about the Jasper cameo with the barks. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do hit that thumbs up button if you did. Thank you so much. Let me know your thoughts though on all of this down below. Take care.